Hello, beautiful, amazing people. We are back again with more Minecraft. If you haven't ate and drank today, please make sure to do that. I had some... Oof, let me get my thing going. Boop. I had borscht and rice. Some borscht served over rice. It is freaking poggers. I need to turn off my VPN, that way my Twitch will stop being weird and I can actually talk to y'all and see stream chat. And there we go. Okay. Boop. And boop. Okay. Hello, sheepy. Sun's getting real low. I feel like Natasha talking to Bruce Banner. Okay. Our incredibly quaint little cuboidal house. Very pog. My nose ring just got caught on my glasses. That kind of hurt. Okay. What should I do next? Hello. Hi, sis. Oh, come on, phone. Stop being weird. And also, hi, Lilith. How are y'all doing? Oh, yeah. Is it okay? Awesome. How was school, by the way? What? Disconnected from chat? Don't do that to me. It's not cool, bruh. No, shoot. I'm gonna pause for un momento. Oh, you accidentally outed yourself as bi? Are you okay? Yeah. Okay, that's not gonna work. There we go. Yeah, I suppose it does. I just want you to stay safe, is all. Okay. Ooh. Oh, iron. Hey, sis, I'm proud of you. I just want you to know that. Okay. Um, hey Lilith, how was your day at school? Meh. I can't. Yeah, that was a terrible sheep impression. They are. I think my chat is just being weird. I'm sorry. Just gonna infect this world with sugarcane. Oh, hey, more sugarcane. I can't actually see my video now because, like, whenever I connect to the video manager on my phone for Twitch, it just connects me for the chat, so if I'm, like, lagging a lot, please tell me. Michaela! I am so sorry. I am so sorry. God, I am so sorry, Michaela. There's so many people and I have such bad memory. Oh, I thought I could make that jump. Ah, didn't even get a chance to jump. Okay, so I need to make a cow farm after that starts to grow. So I think I'll be doing that over here. Ooh, there's already a cow. Mm. Well, it's cool that, you know, he wasn't weird about it. I wish, like, Twitch had an option so that you could, like, set nicknames for people that watch your stream. I think that would be really cool. So that you could, like, separate people that watch a lot of your stuff from people that don't, you know? Guys are pretty freaking pog. But at the same time, girls. Girls are nice. I like girls a lot. They're very cool. In fact, they're so cool, I decided to be one. It was funny. So I've reconnected with my brother, and I've started to spend time with him and his family. And he was helping me work on my car on Sunday. And I'm sitting there in his room while he's playing a video game, and his stepson is there. And his stepson looks up at me, and he says, "You kind of look like a boy." And I look at him, and I'm thinking, like, is he saying this to be rude? Because, like, he knows I used to be a guy, or so I think. And he has made a few, like, pretty obviously rude comments trying to, like, get a rise out of me, but he's, like, I don't know, 6, maybe 7 years old, so I'm not gonna do anything, you know, yeah. And so I think for a second, how do I best answer this? And so I just look at him dead in the eye and I say, that's because I used to be a boy. And, like, his eyes just got big and he just doesn't say anything and then goes back to his iPad and goes back to playing, Roblox. No. Oh, I need another axe. I can't leave this here, though. Like, it's floating. I can't just... God, I gotta get all the wood first. Thank you. So, Michaela, how was your day at school, honey? I agree. I am attracted to women, but men are also very cute. Is my chat not going through? I'm gonna pause for a second and check. Okay, no, it's going through fine. Cool. Gonna get rid of all these bad trees. Okay. So my... Sup. Okay, I guess I'll come kill you. Oh. Yo, do I do more... Oh, do I get an AoE? That's cool. Ow. I remember something that someone told me about, like, if you're falling... And I'm disconnected from chat again. Why, phone? Why? About how if you're falling whenever you hit someone, it will actually do a critical hit. Welcome back. I got attacked by more of those weird people. So, Michaela, do you play a lot of Minecraft? What about you, Jasmine? I mean, not exactly. I have taught things in the past, but... Thank you. My goal before I went into the medical field was actually to become a history teacher. Well, a history professor, but yeah. I just like history a lot. I wanted to become an anthropologist, but things happen. You know how it is. Oh, 4 different shots? What were they all? Ugh, cursed tree. I don't believe it's Bedrock. I'm pretty sure it's Java. But at the same time, I don't know all my Minecraft lingo. Boop, 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 and fire. Oh, fire. Okay. Jasmine, Michaela, what are some tips I should know? As it is right now, I'm clearing out the... Oh, shoot, that scared the crap out of me. Thank you for the follow. Let me see, who was that? Not 23v3n. Thank you. As it is, my goal is to clear out this area of trees, and then to kinda, I guess, smooth it out a bit and get some cows in here. And then I'm gonna build a chicken house. Okay, so like I have a hunger bar now instead of like just a health bar. How exactly does health regeneration work? Because I'm probably gonna need to know that. Yeah, I need to work on getting more iron, but I'm more worried about my food. Then again, I do have the wheat farm, so maybe I should focus on getting more armor until my wheat farm is actually big enough for me to really breed some cows. My hunger went down really fast. Okay. Does eating restore health? Like, well, does the hunger meter restore health, I should say? Hello, Blitz. Hmm. Oh, hey, there's even more wood. Let me jump. Thank you. Boop. Okay, very cool. Awesome sauce. Man, apples are so much easier to get. Like, I remember, like, the last time that I played, in order to get apples, you had to break these leaves by hand. And then each time you broke one by hand, there was a chance it would drop an apple. There's a baby playing in the background. Oh, I just realized animals can just straight up walk up on here, like I can. Well, I am kind of happy that they made it easier. You know, at least for my sake. Okay, I think these ones are done. Yes. And boop, boop, boop. Moo. Mrrr. I can't move, right? I need to get like one of those cow outfits. Then I'd be able to move. Ooh, you scared me, cow. Okay. And let's go mining. Okay. So there was a thing about coordinates for diamonds. What are those coordinates again? Cow outfit brim. Something I do actually want to do once I get enough followers and I start making enough money from this is actually to dress up on stream. Like, just wear different cosplays and other weird stuff. Okay, I think that should be about everything I need. I know that the first thing I should wear is a maid outfit, just because of the stereotype that all trans girls wear maid outfits. Oh my god, do you see this woman that all of the kids are watching? She goes around in a maid outfit, and she is corrupting the youth. Look at that. She helped them do their homework. Oh, what travesty. Yo, Jasmine, do you remember when, like, all of this first started and literally, like, some of the first stuff I started doing was learning math stuff that I could help you with your homework? Those were good times. Hmm. Bryn, corrupting the youth by showing them basic freaking respect. I can dig it. Ooh, good music. Okay, I'm gonna dig all the way down to bedrock, then I'm gonna branch out at the level for diamonds. This is actually very soothing. How's the audio quality? Are y'all able to hear me over, like, the music and everything, or...? Oh. Hi, Ophi. Hey, Ophi, are you able to hear me okay? Like, over the music and everything? Wunderbar. So I've been learning some Dutch, and something that still confuses me is the weirdness between spreek, spreken, and spreekt. Ik spreek in Nederland. But I will say that I love the way it sounds and feels to say I love you and I love you too in Dutch. I'm doing pretty good, Ophi. How about you? I'm actually really excited, but y'all don't get to find out why until after tomorrow's Topic Tuesday stream. My nose itches, and it, like, always itches whenever I'm nervous, and I don't know why. It's been that way my whole life. Hmm. Do you want to talk about it? Hey, that's a mood. If you want to DM me after the stream, please feel free. I love you and you got this, okay? And I'm proud of you, no matter what's going on. Sometimes it's just freaking tough to be alive, you know, and that's valid. That's why we need to stick together. It's a surprise. You'll find out tomorrow, but trust me, everyone on the server will like it a lot. And there's actually going to be a few surprises. Maybe a new event for the server, maybe something else that'll help me out a bit, maybe something that you have all been asking for a little while that I finally, with Abby's help, have gotten everything set up for. Mm. I'm sorry, Blitz. Or not Blitz, Ophi. Hey, everything's gonna be okay. Hey, it's okay to not show up for Topic Tuesday. Just a reminder that I do upload them to YouTube. So, like, just seeing it on YouTube, liking, commenting, like, all of that helps me a ton. Hey. Hey! Ooh, that's a lot. Let me get up in there. What do you mean over 20 cases? Like 20 new cases of COVID, or? Oof. Oh. That's coming from that direction. Okay, yep, not going there. Yep, that's how pandemics work. Trust me, I'm a frontline medical worker. I get it. I remember we had a nurse that didn't fill out, well, due to legal purposes, I'm going to no longer say what I was saying, but due to various circumstances, there was an incident in which multiple people from the OR got infected, and they didn't know it, and then they infected others, and yeah. We had like a big cascade, and like half of my crew was gone, and yeah, not fun. And I like my crew, they're all super nice, especially my like charge nurse. Ah, lame. Yo, I get it. Blitz, it scared the crap out of me too. But yeah, sometimes that's all you can do is just take a step back and say, if you're not going to take this seriously, then I cannot be around you. You know, some people, they just refuse to grow. It's not a fault on you either. Rest in peace, pickaxe. I love it. That's great. Creepa. Aw, yeah. Yo, do y'all remember that music from back in the day? I mean, maybe not, that's old, but yeah, good times. Creeper. Ooh, I got twins. Come on. I need you a little bit more separated from that one. Good boy. Okay, this looks like a good spot to die. Are y'all getting anxious with me hitting the creeper towards my house, or? Oh, wow. That's a lot. Hello. I should probably light up my house some. Yeah, that's a mood. Because, like, if it blows up, it's not just gonna kill them, you know? And, like, even then, death is nothing compared to the amount of work some people put in. Like, that giant museum that Marith is working on in creative, like, I would hate to see something happen to that. Oh, lame. It does remind me of, like, old TV static. I never even noticed that. And yo, trans mass choir dude, that's freaking awesome. Just kind of scatter them out here. Boop. Very cool. I know that with the city I live in being as it is, it's like a safe haven. Like, so many of my class in my school was LGBT. And it's kind of funny in retrospect, just because, like, I've come out as trans, and I'm reconnecting with some of the people I went to school with, and they're like, oh yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so are also trans. And I'm like, wait, no way. They're like, yup. It's like, wow, I used to hang out with them a lot. I wonder why we got along so well. Good times. Okay, let's see. So, gonna turn you into another piece of bread. Bread. And I need stone. And let's say 5 pickaxes. That should be good. Boop. Okay, back into the mine we go. Okay. That's a mood. Right. I get that. Something I think is kind of funny, at least to me. Whenever I came out at work, I actually found out that I'm not even the only trans person in the OR. There are a few other individuals that are also trans. Um, but at the same time, several of the nurses did, of course, the whole, well, you know, I don't mind her being trans, I just don't want her in the changing room, and, all these other comments. And like, oh, no matter how much I pass, they'll know I'm trans, and like everyone who's new will know too, because blah 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 BS BS BS, right? Well, something funny is whenever I found out I'm not the only trans person, these other individuals transitioned before they started there. And it was 3 people, okay? And some of them were, well, 2 of them were trans women who transitioned before they ever started working there. And of course, they used the women's changing room, and no one knew they were trans. Which, they just sat there with these people making stupid comments, being like, uh-huh, sure thing, Becky. Of course, of course. Of course, you'd always be able to tell everyone who's trans. You have that superpower. Of course you do. And it's just like, in retrospect, it's so freaking hilarious. And one of them is this trans dude that, like, all the girls fawn over at work, and I love it. And he's freaking ripped. Like, he looks nice. Hi. Hi. Sometimes I forget there's a camera pointed directly at my face. um... it doesn't concern you. That's a power move. They can smell the trans. God. That reminds me of this one super cringy post I saw on the internet. Um, okay. I dye my hair for a reason, okay? Like, I know my roots look brown, but if I was to strip the dye and stuff out and let my hair grow naturally, it starts super brown up here, and then the longer it gets, the blonder and blonder it gets, okay? Yeah, I get that, but like, sometimes you just can't rely on those kinds of stereotypes. Like, I was a big buff dude. Let's see, in high school I was like 250-ish. Um, and what is this? Cobbled deep slate. Oh, that is not a good sound. I don't like that sound. That is a bad sound. Ew. Can I, like, turn it into something? Ooh, what is that? What do you look like? Hmm. If only for that noise, I will not be using this block. That sounds terrible. Hey, redstone! Nice. Yeah, that's a mood. But yeah, I was very much, like, not a trans girl stereotype. Or at least by the standards of, like, anyone intelligent. I'm sure plenty of TERFs would say I am. Was. Whatever. Um, no. But yeah, I was, like, 6 foot. I was 230-ish pounds. I had a habit of getting into fights. Ew, that is so gross. I had a giant beard and I took a lot of pride in it. It took me a long time to realize that I wasn't really feeling pride, but more I was trying to compensate and be extremely manly for, you know, yeah, stupid reasons. I don't like the cave noises. They are bad noises. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go around the redstone because I do not have a iron pickaxe. Oh yeah. I used to be a bedrock finally. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. I used to be an alcoholic. I ate a lot, like constantly, because it gave me a form of pleasure and it gave me a feeling of control. So like it wasn't uncommon for me to start out my breakfast eating like 2, 3 bowls of ramen or, something else. Um, and for lunch to have something huge like 2, 3 burgers, several fries. Like, I get coupons from Burger King sometimes in my mail, and there's this one coupon for like a family meal, right, for $12. And it came with like 6 burgers, 4 burgers and 4 orders of fries and 4 small drinks. I would eat that entire thing in one sitting, right? On top of everything else I ate that day. Um, I was just obese. Like, before I started my transition, I weighed over 300 pounds. Um, and I just spent nearly every day in a depressed fugue state because all I could think about was, God, I hate being me. God, I hate being alive. Man, my life would just be so much incredibly better if I was just a girl. But due to transphobia and being in the trans medicalist community like I was, I couldn't view myself as a trans person. Because every time I thought, oh, am I trans? I would think about the stuff that I believed as a trans medicalist, and I would be like, nope, I'm obviously not trans. And it sucked. It was terrible. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so vehemently against trans medicalism, is because, like, I've seen what it can do firsthand. Not only that, but I've known multiple people that have had a very similar experience of, oh, they're trans, but because of trans medicalist BS, they either feel that they can't transition and so they choose not to because of, oh, I can't, and so they just, they are depressed. Or they think that they're not really trans, and so them trying to transition would somehow be ableist. Yeah, and I get that. That's valid. Ow. Okay, that hurt. But yeah, I get that. I also get into slumps of denial sometimes. Hey, Michael. What does that little thing you sent say? Oh, good vibes. Bet, bro. Um, but yeah, like, whenever I was a trans medicalist, like, some of the stuff they preached, some of the things I believed, and, like, I did it all in the hopes that I was being a good trans ally, because I wanted to be an ally for Abby. I wanted to support him in his transition, But, like, a lot of the stuff that I believed was very, very stupid, and I'm trying to think of how to put this. Hmm. Basically, due to what I was choosing to believe at the time, I refused to question my gender, and whenever I did question, instead of viewing it as, oh, I'm a trans girl, instead I interpreted it, due to the trans medicalist BS I had been swallowing hook, line, and sinker forever. I believed, oh, this must be a fetish thing. And so that's what it became for me for a long time. And then the longer I did that, the more I justified it as, oh, see, proof. Kind of like, because, like, I don't hide the fact that I used to be a massive Nazi. I was trying to think of, like, how to best word that. I will never hide that. But a memory that I have is being told a whole bunch of really disgusting and despicable things by my grandpa. And then I went to school and I parroted all of this stuff to a young man who was African American. And he got very upset, and I used his being upset as proof that what my grandpa has said was correct. And it's the same kind of cycle where you get someone upset, you put them into this box, and if they go out of this box, then they prove to you that they deserve to be in it. And then whenever they go into the box to try and please you or to fit in with the world, that way they can have some semblance of normalcy, that's even further proof that they deserve to be in the box. And of course, it is all complete BS. I don't know how much sugar cane I'm gonna need for stuff, so I'm just trying to get, like, a lot going. I'm trying to get things set up so that I can easily harvest it all. Hello, squids. I will say that it's very weird now having people tell me things like I am goals and stuff like that. Oof. Yeah, that sucks a lot. I am so sorry. I know that my hospital is running out of beds very rapidly, and I am very sorry. But as someone who is, like, in the field, I can tell you that we're not trying to postpone anything that we that we can avoid. There's just so much going on. We only have so many resources. I'm sorry. Very, very sincerely sorry. Thank you. I wasn't assuming you were putting it on my shoulders. It's just... I empathize, and it's been hard for all of us working in the medical field. And if I could go the rest of my life without seeing anyone else... It's hard, you know? But I'm sure your dad's gonna be okay, you know? They're gonna do everything they can for him. I promise. You don't get into medical field if you don't like helping people. It doesn't pay enough. I only get minimum wage. Yeah, capitalism sucks. I know that Michael on the server has been trying to help me get into his lab, but due to various things, I've been putting it off and putting it off, and on top of that, like, I already have my streaming schedule and everything with my server and you guys and all of that. Well, my server, the server set up, and I'm afraid of starting a new job and compromising all that, because it's been hard to get to where we are. And, like, I hate to say it, but y'all are kind of my priority right now, you know? Especially because I want to work my butt off and I want to make all of this successful. So... which level is it that gives you diamonds again. Yo, I get that, Ophi. That is very valid. I don't know if I should collect this redstone because I don't really use redstone things. So I'm thinking about just leaving it here until I have an enchanted axe. That way I can get more stuff from it. F3? Okay. I think they said it spawns mostly on between 13 and 16. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm going to pause real quick while I look up where diamonds are found. Okay, between 5 and 12. See ya, Blitz. I love you, and please make sure that you stay safe, okay? Okay, 5 and 12. I am on 13. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, hey. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Boop. Wait a minute. Boop. Okay. So, I'm gonna do a bit of strip mining. So I can go this way. Well, I shouldn't say strip mining, but yeah. Okay. Bork, bork. What kind of dog do you have? Okay, I'm gonna go through these 3 axes down here. And then I'm gonna go up top and make the cow farm and the chicken house. I have tea. I went out earlier while Abby was doing therapy. And I bought some groceries, and to congratulate myself for buying healthily for the most part, I got myself a giant Diet Dr. Pepper. And now I'm drinking water flavored with Southern sweet tea out of it. It's that great value squeezy stuff. Oh, that's really cool. I haven't owned a dog in like a long time. I know that one of my favorite dogs was this one called a Roadkill. And we called him Roadkill because my sister hit him with her car, buried him, and then felt really bad about burying him because he was still kind of like twitching and stuff. And so she dug him back up and then proceeded to bring him to me to nurse. And he was like my dog for the longest time. But we left him with my brother, and some stuff happened, and he ended up going somewhere else. Well, he ended up escaping, but yeah. um, hey, Ophi. What kind of hmm, background do you and your family have? Like mine is all southern. Burn. Maybe I should have named myself Burn. Hey, iron. Nice. Yep, I'm afraid you do. I don't like the cave music in this game. That's a mood. I was just curious about like the kind of heritage you had. I was gonna ask you like cool things about like whatever culture slash heritage you have in like your area and your family and whatnot. I don't know your like background or anything. I just like learning like cool things about people. Boop. Gonna go start on the other side. Oh, very cool. That's a mood. Yeah, I guess that. I am not very entertaining on my own, so I'm trying to figure out like things to talk about. Oh, well, that's awesome. Do they know about you being trans and everything? My family isn't super supportive, but my brother is, surprisingly. I know that the last time I talked to my mom about it, I had to like shove her off me because like she held on to me aggressively and was like saying loudly into my ear like, "Look, I need you to know that I love you and you're always going to be my son and my precious little boy." And all this other stuff, and even though I kept trying to pull away, she just wouldn't let me go, so I ended up shoving her pretty hard. And then I left, crying. Because that's definitely one way to run off your kid, Mom. Well, that's good of him. It's definitely one way to put it. Ah. That thing, I always scare myself with it, oh my god. I forgot if anything spawns whenever it's raining. Oh, singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. What a wonderful feeling. I'm gay. I don't know the song, so I have to improvise. Mm. Creepers spawn out the door. Yeah, that would suck. Okay. Gonna go toss this stuff into my furnace and get some stuff in the chests. And then I'll work on building the cow farm. Mm. That's a mood. I remember trying to learn Python at one point. Did not go well. Okay. Gonna fill in this area. Ooh, that goes down kind of deep. Yeah, no, I get it. Goth outfits? Nice. Um, Jasmine has been getting into a lot of goth stuff lately, and I am very supportive of this. As someone who is very punk myself, 9 times out of 10, I like anything that's counterculture. That's a mood. I know that Melody on the server reminded me about it whenever she joined. Because she actually watched my streams before she ever joined the server. Um, she reminded me about how something I said once was about the guy that I saw whenever I was younger, who said that he wears spikes and that other punks wear spikes because we're like porcupines and we're afraid. So we wear spikes to protect ourselves. Um, and that is very true. I wear a lot of spikes because I am very afraid of the world. Especially being trans, you know? Okay, I got a nice flat area now. Now, I'm thinking about just making a big ol' hole and putting all the cows in it, because then they can't escape. Hey sis, I get that. And you can have whatever aesthetic you want, it's your style, and whatever you do, I'm gonna support you. Where do... Flowers, okay. Of course, sis. What time is it? I got a little bit of time. What do y'all think? Should I make a big enclosed area out of, like, a fence and stuff? Or should I make a hole? Oh, that's gonna bug me. You smell noms? What do you think you're going to be having for food? I kind of overate today on purpose. So tomorrow I am going to be getting back on my diet. But I'm already planning on having my healthy burgers and fries tomorrow. Imagine being told to go cut the grass, and then you have to come out here and, like, punch the grass. Oh, that's an Enderman. That scared the crap out of me for a second. I was like, who is on my world? How is someone on my world? Weird. Maybe there's a change in plans. Hello, cow. Hey, I lit up that area so that y'all wouldn't spawn over there. That's rude. Ugh. That's a lot. Okay. This may have been a mistake. Yes. Fight, 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 fight. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, this is fantastic. Nice. That was awesome. Okay. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna go sleep. I forgot that sun kills them. Oh, very cool. I love spaghetti. I'll actually make my spaghetti a little bit spicy because I'll mix in sweet and spicy sauce and a little bit of teriyaki sauce into it too. It's definitely a very unique flavor. Gonna make myself some more bread. Doop. I think I'm gonna make a pit surrounded by a fence. Okay. So, Ophi, realistically, if you were to suddenly be teleported to a world that was identical to Minecraft, how long do you think you'd survive? And in order to get out, you have to go and defeat the Ender Dragon and that other thing that has the 3 heads and floats around. Do you think you'd be able to escape? Pff, that's a mood. I'd also accidentally get myself killed. I was honestly tempted to make this an Iron Man challenge at first, where like the goal is to beat the Ender Dragon without dying, but I decided against it due to lack of experience. But if I go back to World of Warcraft, I might do an Iron Man challenge on that. But unless they change a lot, I'm not going back to WoW. Okay, I'm gonna put it back here a bit. Okay. I'm gonna have the chicken house over there. Basic outline. I think they're gonna need a bit more room. Yeah. I don't like power creep systems where, like, I don't like borrowed power, you know? Especially whenever it's constantly being reset. And they have this thing where they're big on, like, oh, we don't want to force everyone to make the same choice, but at the same time, all that matters is DPS and this huge meta. And it's like, you can't... You're saying one thing, but the design that you're going for is totally different. And that is one thing that I think Final Fantasy XIV does do well, is even though there is a focus on DPS that they don't hide, the way they do it is like, oh, you have to be able to do a certain amount of DPS to clear this fight. And so long as you can do that DPS and clear the fight, then you shouldn't worry about, like, topping the meters or anything like that. Just focus on doing better and enjoying the game at your own pace. And I do like that. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get that. Funnily enough, one of my favorite games was DC Universe Online. And I stopped playing it because they had the system where you do combos and stuff like that. That's gonna annoy me. And the whole game revolved around you comboing your powers and these different melee combos together for different effects. And though there was a bit of an emphasis on damage, it was very different, and like bragging about like, oh, I did the most damage was just seen by the community as like, oh, you're one of those players. Haha, the joke's on you, not on us. Right? But what made me actually leave the game was that they started having this huge focus on, what you call it? Animation canceling. And whenever it first got discovered, there was a huge divide in the community over whether or not it should be allowed. And if it was allowed, then to what extent it should be allowed. And that's when I decided to leave, is whenever they decided to make it the meta and make it being like, no, if you really want to be competitive at the super high levels, you need to animation cancel. And I don't know, the way people tried to frame the argument was like, oh, well, you know, you got these two groups of people who are both trying to enjoy the game. One likes animation canceling and hates not doing it, and the other one hates animation canceling. Both sides are equal, so what you gonna do? And it's like, no, that's not how this argument really is, and you know that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because, like, that's the way, like, it was viewed in, DCUO at first, was, oh, this is obviously a bug, there's no way they could let this remain. Because it just makes the game so unfair. But no, they decided to leave, the bug in. But it kind of ruined the game. And last I checked, like, the game went from having a ton of players back whenever I quit to, like, now it's just kind of on, basically it's on life support. Right? But yeah, in DCUO, there was... I wasn't trying to get on a tangent about animation canceling, I swear. But in DCUO, there was two different kinds of support and a few different kinds of DPS, and I love that. But yeah, they introduced animation canceling, and it basically killed the game. Ow, killed the game. Especially the PvP. I guess, that's true. But yeah, it was funny seeing these same people that wanted this in the game because, like, oh, it's a lot more challenge and skill involved. Then proceed to abuse the heck out of the system so that there was no challenge or skill involved, and then PvP basically became whoever got hit first lost. Because the way the game worked was you had this block system where you could block certain kinds of attacks, and using anything but a power attack wouldn't break the block and you'd take reduced damage. But then you could also use power attacks that could break through the block and would do overall more damage, and just, it was kind of complex, right? But now you would get hit and then the person would be animation canceling like crazy, so you couldn't really decide when to block, because if you block too early, it would ruin your ability to defend yourself. If you block too late, you take, you know, more damage, and just so on and so forth, you know? And it just became a huge cluster. Jesus. Yeah, I hate stuff like that. Now, there are ways to integrate it into a system and make it be done well. And actually, one of my favorite examples of that is Final Fantasy XIV. Because Final Fantasy XIV has the system of global cooldown and off global cooldown abilities, where whenever you are using an ability on the global cooldown, then between that ability usage and the next, you're supposed to use an ability that's off the global cooldown. But they built the system from the ground up for that. And so it's less like, oh, I'm animation canceling, and is a lot more like, oh, I'm interweaving all of these abilities together in a very skilled and thought out way in order to achieve these cool and interesting effects, with one of my favorite classes for that actually being the ninja, where it's like super skilled and it leads to a lot of very quick thinking, skilled gameplay that is very rewarding. But yeah, back into like what I was trying to say about DCUO. Something that I actually loved about the game before it got ruined. That's a spider behind me. Where are you? Oh, I don't like this. I'm gonna be ambushed down in here. Hello? Ah, I see it. I see it. Where are you? Hello? Die. Okay, cool. I have ladders. What the heck am I doing building blocks to jump up here? Gonna pause for a second to read this message sent by Ophi. Oof, yeah, I get that. I remember during DCUO, whenever the animation canceling first started getting really bad, was actually after they introduced the Hard Light DLC and people got access to Green Lantern powers. And a person discovered a rotation you could do that made it so that you could use your powers instantly and in a constant stream while constantly regenerating energy and not ever having to take a break. And that completely defeated the system of DCUO because you had um you had, tank, support, healer, and DPS. And part of support's role was you had support that was really big on crowd control, which prevented damage, support which was really big on healing, and then support whose whole job was using their abilities, combos, etc. to regenerate power for the rest of the group. Like, oh, I'm going to spend 10 energy so that everyone else in my party regenerates 5. Stuff like that. And it basically made all that worthless, and there was this rotation that people could do, which then made them just the de facto best DPS in the game because they could just spam this rotation. And people treated it like it was some massive skill thing, and it's like, it's really not. Like, you're not having to drastically change the way you play in the middle of battle in order to keep the system going. You just do the system from the start every time you're able to start your rotation. If you get interrupted, you just start from the beginning over and over and over. I think part of the issue with it for DCOX especially was it was trying to double dip its community. And I am very firm that good gameplay and good community should always come first. And so you can't sit here and divide your community. Like, that's a reason why I'm trying to appeal to LGBT individuals, and I'm not constantly trying to appeal to, say, people that speak Russian. Like, if you're LGBT and you happen to speak Russian, sweet, but, like, that's not my target demographic, right? And with DCUO, their target demographic started out as MMO players, but then halfway through, it's like they switched to now their target demographic was fighting game players that has a MMO twist to it. And the whole community just got divided, and it just caused a bunch of issues, and yeah. They just really should have left it out. I probably would still be playing if they had left it out. I loved playing my, support gadget user and my magic sorcerer. Or my healing sorcerer. Yeah, same. They're pretty toxic. I will say that every game I've seen that has animation canceling where that isn't part of the literal game design from the start, if it ends up having animation canceling of any kind and that animation canceling is allowed to stay in it, that community, like, I have yet to see that happen where the community didn't end up dying. Happened to DCUO, it's happened to several other games I've played over the years. It's just, you gotta do that from the beginning. That has to be part of the game design. And even then, the best version of it that I've seen isn't in actual animation canceling, but is rather in animation weaving, similar to what Final Fantasy does. My preferred games will always be games, or my preferred, like, multiplayer games, will always be games where the focus is on community and defeating the challenge. And that is something that I actually miss about old school MMOs, because a lot of them didn't have that focus on DPS. Like, there was a focus for sure, but, like, let's say there's a boss, and you have two groups. One group is super hecka skilled, you know, everyone is using the best of the best rotation, items, etc. Like, that group's gonna get through it a lot faster, they're gonna get the gear a lot quicker, etc. But then you have another group where their DPS isn't as good, and their skill isn't as good, but they keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, and eventually they're able to overcome it. You can't do that with constant DPS checks, and you definitely can't do that with weird requirements like animation canceling. And that's something I actually love about old school MMOs, because a lot of the time, like, you could have a group of people who were not the best players by far, but, you know, they knew their stuff to the extent that they were able to stay alive long enough to kill the boss. Oh, I already had torches. And that's actually something I loved. Because, like, I remember once there was this group that I played with in some old school MMO. I forget what it was called. It was right after... Was it Phantasy Star? No, it wasn't. But anyway, I was playing a healer on there, my first time at playing a support. And I remember the fight took like 2-3 hours on this boss, where a skilled and well-geared group should have only taken like an hour max, right? But like, we kept up with the mechanics, we worked together, and even though it was a lot of hassle, we were able to eventually down the boss. But now every game has like DPS checks and all this other stuff so that you can't do that. And I actually do kind of dislike that. Right? And that's always going to be my preferred thing, is games where the whole point is defeating the boss working together as a group. And that is a reason that I really love Final Fantasy right now. Because my DPS isn't a huge factor. Like, yeah, of course it is, technically, but, you know, I don't have to constantly be at the top of the meter. Well, that's fair. But I feel like you can have mechanics and puzzles without having hard DPS checks. I especially hate enrage mechanics. Where like, oh, you know, you haven't killed the boss in 10 minutes, and now the boss only takes half damage and it deals double damage. Like, that, to me, is just sloppy and lazy. Like, give me something better. Give me something real. Okay, gonna put this gate up here, and then I'm gonna go trap a couple cows. But yeah, that is something I do enjoy about Final Fantasy, is, like, from what I gather, because I'm not at endgame yet, but I have been playing with this FC, which is amazing. Very accepting. It's like, oh, there's this boss. In order to beat it, you have to be able to deal this minimum amount of DPS. And so there's these test dummies you can wail on, where you don't have to worry about mechanics and you can just practice your rotation, and you can see how much DPS you're doing. And it has like a little clock at the end, and so long as you're able to kill this dummy before that clock runs out, you'll know, oh, I'll be able to kill this boss with this rotation and everything. And so a lot of times whenever people, instead of being like, how much DPS can you do? Instead, they'll be like, okay, what's your time on the dummy? How long did it take you to kill it? And I just really, really like that. I mean, that's okay. I don't know, I really dislike enrage timers of all kinds, pretty much. And a lot of it I can't really defend, it's just something I personally dislike. Like lasagna. I can't defend why I dislike lasagna, I just do. To me, lasagna is the inferior pasta. Oh, cow. Something else I like about Final Fantasy is, even though, like, I dislike hard metas, where it's like, okay, you have to use this rotation in this exact way, and you have to have this gear, which Final Fantasy XIV is very much about. They have a very clear outline of how to get all this stuff, how to do it all, where to learn. Like, they built their system from the ground up to be like this. And that is something, like, it feels different than other MMOs in that respect. I could have swore there was a cow in this area recently. Rar? Rar XD, bro, where you at? Cow! Mrrr. Come here. Cow, come here. 2 cow! Come on, moo-moos. Let's go. Mrrr. Come on. Mrrr. Come on. Come on. I believe in you. We are almost there. Let's go. Come on. I believe in you. You've got this. Come on. Mrrr. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Get in here. Oh, Lord. Hey. Wee. Okay. Heck yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now to build a chicken house. I think I may actually build the chicken house up there. That way it's further away from my home and I don't have to hear the incessant clucking. I'm gonna go check it out first. Or maybe I can build it like over there. Oh, darn it, phone. Stop turning off. Ugh. I ordered the wrong part over and over to get my GPU set up. And thankfully, due to the help of one of you lovely people, I know the right cable I need now. But that means that I still am only using one monitor and I'm having to use my phone to, like, do all the stuff. You know what? Shoot fly. Why don't I build my chicken house over there? I got an axe. I got a axe. I got 2 axe. Okay. I just try to keep the furnace going because of extra experience. Okay. We. Ophi, if you could design an MMO, what elements from the different MMOs you've played would you adopt? because I do honestly think that MMOs are my favorite game type. I started back on Phantasy Star Online for the Dreamcast. That was my first ever MMO. Then I moved over to World of Warcraft. And I played it from when I joined at the end of Vanilla until about towards the end of Cataclysm is when I started to get burnt out. And I started, like, basically any MMO I could find and play, I would. I think the game that I liked most was probably Outlaws due to how open its class system is, but it became pay to win. I honestly think that if they had been open to the Western audience and had a set in stone subscription that you could do with US, and they had made their community a lot more open and accepting, I honestly think it probably would be like one of the top MMOs right now. Okay. Would you have the game play more like Destiny or more like WoW? Because I've tried to do Destiny 2 raids back whenever I played Destiny 2 before my account got wiped, and I couldn't really get the hang of them. But then you plot me in World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy, and I can do all the raids and mechanics perfectly fine. And I did play Warframe for a long time, but I just can't get into it anymore. Oof. What about them do you dislike? Because that style of MMO raid with that and Final Fantasy is actually, like, my preferred style of raid and stuff. I'm sorry, Jazzberry. Yeah, I do hate that about WoW. Um, actually, Ophi, you might like Final Fantasy 14 style raids then. Um, I found that they don't have a ton of ad clear from what I've played so far, and the raids are pretty intense with their mechanics. But, like, the mechanics are very clear cut, you know what to do. So, yeah. I definitely have enjoyed what little I've done in Final Fantasy 14. I'm not gonna copy post to you the free sub. Um, that's actually very valid. I will say that my one complaint about Final Fantasy XIV is the class, or not class, the story mode. The story does take a ton of time, and like it's very valid that there are people that are like, I just cannot sacrifice the time that is necessary to get through the story. And unless you do the story, you really don't have time enough, or you really don't have the ability to go and do raids. So, I get that. And that's very valid. Because, like, if I had put in the same amount of time to World of Warcraft that I had to Final Fantasy XIV so far, um, then I would already be at end game and getting all of my stuff set up to be like an end game raider, you know? But I'm not. Instead, I'm like barely halfway through leveling. I'm only in the level 40 range whenever the max level is like level 70, I believe. And even then, I'm not even close to finishing the story. I'm maybe almost 1/3 or 1/4 through. So I will say that about Final Fantasy XIV, it does require a very large commitment, I believe. But it has definitely been very fun. And I am pretty sure that like this is going to be my go-to game for the foreseeable future whenever I'm not streaming. Although once at end game, I will probably stream. Yeah, that's a mood. My main issue with Warframe and why I don't play it anymore is I really liked old Warframe, like whenever I was super into it. It was before Plains of Eidolon. And then Plains of Eidolon came out and I just kind of lost, I don't know, enjoyment, I guess. I don't really like the open world system and the new way of grinding for stuff. I don't know. I don't like a lot of the new systems and a lot of the new stuff, and yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. It's definitely not a bad game. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like I was on DCUO, where it's like, you ruined the game. It's just not really my cup of tea anymore, you know? Oh, so you've actually gotten to the end of Final Fantasy XIV. I will say that as someone who enjoys... I was using my pickaxe for that. As someone who enjoys playing a healer, I am very much looking to the new class, the Sage. So, yeah. I know that my favorite healer so far is the Scholar, but, like, I'm not even all that far along on it, so... Um... Before I switched servers, I did have a Scholar at, like, level 38 or something. And then I realized that everyone on my server spoke a different language. And I was like, oh, crap. And then I switched over to the server that I'm on now, which actually shares a name with me. Oh, you do enjoy watching Final Fantasy XIV Endgame. That's a mood. I will say that I am quite terrified of actually having to learn some of those rotations. But with the friendly FC I'm in and just how good their community is, I am kind of looking forward to it. I have a fly in my room and it won't leave me the freak alone. It's like, can you not, please? I'm trying to commit deforestation. I am out of axes. While I'm away. Oof. Yeah, no, I hate stuff like that. That's why on the server I try to have, that ideas and suggestion channel, and actually okay, that scared me. Recently there was a bit of, like, some people suggested some stuff that I didn't really like the idea of, but, like, I wasn't against doing by any means. And I actually had to clarify because, like, basically they made a suggestion and I tried to point out, like, that's fine, but, like, we need to get this other stuff down. We need to figure out how we're gonna do it and all this other stuff, and there's just a lot more to it. But there was some miscommunication and whatnot, and so due to that, I created my new little form thing, which is where, like, tell me clearly what you want done, why you want it done, what effect this will have, how you want it implemented. Like, tell me those 4 things and give me a good argument for it. That way I can justify doing it. Because there have been several things where, like, I didn't want to do the idea, but people gave me good justification for it. And I was able to see how it would change things, and so I decided to give it a try, and it turns out, hey, this is actually really freaking nice. And now that's actually some of the key stuff on the server is stuff that I didn't agree with at first. Oof, I definitely get that. Bad devs can ruin any game. Hey, you're fine, Ophi. You don't have to be, on Tran, you don't have to be constantly active. Like, it's not going to get you kicked, it's not going to get you removed, it's not going to do anything bad. Like, that's not what the server is for. It's just a place for people to come, hang out, and be chill, you know? It's a place for people to come for support because the world is harsh and we're stronger together. I just want you to know that, like, you can take whatever time you need to take. We'll still be here. Because I'm not going anywhere, and the server definitely isn't. Not so long as I'm alive. Hello. Oh no, it's getting to the good tree. Oh well. Ow, that hurt. Okay, I love you, and be safe. Enjoy your noms. Your spaghetti. I think I need to get rid of some of that dirt. I need to find some lava. Although I do think I have plenty of room now. Shoe fly. My crop field is starting to get to the point where I don't think I should come out here and individually do this. I may just want to chill, wait for everything to grow, and then harvest all of it at once. Okay, awesome sauce. Oh, that's my house. I feel like a robot just doing this in rows like this. Awesome. Okay. Oh, cows, are you ready to breed? Yeah. Ow. Remember, kids, incest is not wincest. What kind of farm designs? Like, I really don't want anything automated. That's really not the way I kind of want to do this game. It kind of kills the vibe for me, you know? And that's actually something that, like, I dislike that got pushed onto Minecraft, is the automation of it. Yeah. Because, like, I really like the idea of, like, rustic living, having to plant your own stuff, and yeah. What about you, Jasmine? Do you like to do things automated, or do you like to do it like me, where it's all rustic and whatnot? And just prefacing, both are perfectly fine and valid. That's a mood. That would actually be a lot quicker. Um, do you like those AFK games where like a lot of stuff happens while you're away and then you log in to like collect all the resources and whatnot? Kind of sounds like that might be your jam. Hey, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a mood. I remember whenever I dated Anthony, he tried getting me into Roblox or yeah, Roblox. Like you get IRL money or I know that one of my friends, whenever I was in high school, used to play this game called Eve. And he would do a bunch of things, and he ended up getting like a whole bunch of stuff automated. And he ended up getting a whole bunch of people to work for him in the game. And he ended up making a pretty good, like, profit from the game IRL. Like, he'd pull in, like, $100 to $200 every month from the game. Which, you know, as teenagers is quite a bit. So. I wonder if Eve is even still, like, alive. I remember trying to play it once, and it was just like, I don't know, it felt weird and janky to me. It felt less like I was playing a game and more like I was trying to play a spreadsheet. What the hell? Whoa, okay. Ah! Well, we know I'd die in a zombie apocalypse. Oh, thing being thrown at me. I'm gonna sit here and gawk at it. Okay. Okay, go feed the cows. Mrrr. Hello. Thank you. Okay, now to go find chickens. Pretty sure I saw some this way. Okay. So the stream... Whoa. Okay. I thought I accidentally looked at the thing somehow. So the stream will end in a... Where are you? In about 35 minutes. So just a heads up for that. I wonder if I can kill an Enderman at this level. Ah. Ow. Well, that hurt. Hello. Hello, chicken. Bok, bok, bok. Hey, come here, come here. Oh, I forgot to dig a hole into the chicken house, so now it's just a small little building. That's okay, we'll fix that. Okay. Bok, bok, bok. Mrrr. Come on, Clucker. Let's go. I feel kind of bad for calling it Clucker. No, hey, hey, hey. No, hey. Come on, it's just a bridge. I got you. Come on. I got you. Okay, we're almost there. You're doing good. Come on. There you go. Now you're gonna come in here. Haha, gotcha. Now you're mine. And now to dig another hole. Nom nom nom. How was the spaghetti, Ophi? Oh no, I needed that one. Mm. Yeah, it will become breakfast. I thought it already laid an egg. Awesome. Did you have it with meatballs or meat sauce or anything like that? I know that my friend group and I like to have these, like spaghetti sandwiches, basically. What we'll do is we will take a hot dog bun, or well, buns, we'll toast them, and then we will butter the inside and put garlic salt on them. And then we'll just put spaghetti in them, and we'll eat them like that. Like spaghetti noodles with the sauce and all that. It tastes really good. Oh crap, I forgot to bring a letter. Oop. I also need a shovel. You're gonna talk about the classes in Dark Age of Camelot, and which one was your favorite? Duh. That was a joke, by the way. I'm not trying to be rude to you. Okay. Wait a minute. I can just cut this down. Okay, now to go find another chicken. Hmm. Oof. Jesus. That's pretty lit, actually. The heck is that noise? Hello? Chicken! Hello. Follow me, please. I am enslaving you. And the sun is setting. Hurry up. Come on. Um, so you may not know this about me, but I'm actually a forever DM. What the fuck? What are you? Okay, that was weird. Come on, chicken. It's getting dark and we gotta go. Oh, I'll come find you later. But yeah, you may not know this, but I'm a forever DM. And something I love doing is actually making characters, and I never get to play them. But like I constantly make new characters, and then I'll use them as NPCs in my game, right? Um, and one of the NPCs I have is actually a necromancer, whose whole thing is that they are actually a good guy. And I remember once getting into a argument with someone over whether or not necromancy could be good. They had the idea that necromancy, by its very nature, had to be evil. Um, I have never gotten the chance to just be a player in like years. Oh, fail. Um, but yeah, I have this character whose whole thing is that he's a necromancer. And the thing about him was that, like, okay, so I have two separate characters that were necromancers. My pre-transition necromancer, and that is how I remember it because I made this one pre-transition, was this dude who studied necromancy and the other dark arts because he figured that they have to be linked, you know, with good stuff. And so if he studied and understood a lot of this dark stuff, not only would he be able to fight back against it, but he'd be able to use it to accomplish good things. So there's no reason for him not to study necromancy, right? And so his goal wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna become like Vecna and become this. Well, I don't actually have Vecna in my world. By the way, I've been playing in the same D&D world for since I was 15 whenever I started DMing, and I've just added on to the lore over the years. And like I've been thinking about creating my own little Silmarillion. Cuz like I got so many different takes on so many different races and classes and whatnot. But yeah, fun times. But yeah, his thing isn't, oh, I want to be immortal and godlike and all this other stuff. It's just, oh, I want to help people, and I know a lot of necromancers are kind of evil, so I need to understand this stuff. That way I can help people. Uh, and then my other character's thing is she was part of a necromancy cult, kind of realized partway through, oh, this stuff is super evil, but like she couldn't really escape, right? Because, hey, they could easily overpower her and kill her. So at one point, the master that her and her friend, who also joined this cult, tasked them with an ultimatum of like, one of you get to survive, the other one gets to die. And her friend knew that she didn't want to be a part of that. And so basically, her friend basically faked her death and like pretended to kill her and then got her smuggled out. And now her whole thing is learning to use her necromancy powers because that's all she's really good at now, and trying to use it for good while she finds out enough about her friend to find and save him. Because she's constantly afraid, oh, they're going to find out one day that he helped me escape, and then they're going to kill him. Oh, I agree, totally. To me, any level of magic or anything like that is just like a gun. Can a gun be evil? Yes. If left completely unattained, or if left completely alone, will it do any bad? Maybe, probably not. Like, there are some pretty crazy circumstances to make a gun shoot on its own. But as long as you take the right circumstances, the right precautions, and you're treating it with respect, you shouldn't have an issue. Now, before some crazy right-winger comes in here and starts arguing about gun rights and all this other stuff, we do have a problem with guns. It is an epidemic. We got a lot of angry old white boys running around, angry at women because they can't get, laid because they're stupid, and yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and argue that. We need better gun laws. I'm saying this as someone who likes guns a lot. We need better gun laws. Do I got zombies in here? Oh, god damn it. Don't do the AoE. Die, please. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Boop. Awesome. Ew. Well, you could always clean some socks and then give them those. That's what I would personally do, but, and this is really sad to say, but my parents are significantly more understanding than yours. The heck is that? Oh, god dang it. Will y'all just go? This is private property. Okay. And Ambush. You'd think after how many I'd killed, they'd stop sending these expeditions out. Ooh, fishy. Hello, fishy, fishy. Oh no. Okay. I'm going to put some chests there in the future. I think this looks pretty good. This little thing I got going is coming along pretty well. Okay, is this worth harvesting? Not yet. Okay. Cool beans. Gonna go feed the cow. And then, since it's close to my time to take my pills, I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a night. So I want to say that I love each of you. Thank you for coming to my stream. If you haven't eaten and drank today, please make sure to do that, okay? And hey, you made it through today. I'm proud of you. Sometimes that's all you can do. Jesus. Jasmine, I am so sorry. You deserve, like, way better. I am so sorry, Jazzy. Okay, I'm proud of you. I just want to remind you of that, Jasmine. You're a very good person, and I am proud of you. And I'm also gonna go dump this. I forgot I can make a boat. Hmm. Oh, okay, that's easy. Haha, yes, I have achieved a boat. Okay. Actually, since I got like 10 minutes, I think I'm gonna go ahead and explore a bit. Oof, I'm getting a bit of lag. Oh, hey, cool. But yeah, if you haven't eaten drink today, please go and do that. Make sure that you take care of yourself to the best of your ability. Even if all you're doing is like eating a piece of bread and a couple of pieces of turkey, not even making them into a sandwich, like that's legit. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? And you are loved and you are worth that level of self-care. Why is that glowing? Why is that lit up? Lava. That was smooth. What the hell is that? Hello? What are you? Are you a llama? Yeah, these are llamas. Dude, that's so cool. Sup, drama llamas. Hey, level 20. Nice. Oh, come on. Can I, like, not run into y'all for, like, 5 minutes? Where did y'all go? A village! Wait. I got that debuff. I don't want to trigger a raid. I don't know what that is, and that terrifies me. I don't want to do anything that'll get me killed. Aw, lame. Lag spike. Okay. Ooh, is that another village? Okay, I might have time to go check that out. And then I will take my boat back home and I will call it an end to the stream. Hey Jasmine, how exactly does a raid work again? Ooh, that's a cool waterfall. That's totally okay. Well, that looks all kind of janky. Oh. What the heck? Okay. Yep, going home. That was weird. I wish I could row, like, faster. Okay. So, if you're watching this, I want you to know that you're beautiful, handsome, and amazing. Whichever one you prefer. I want you to know that you are deserving of love, respect, and patience. And that no matter what happens, the fact that you made it through today is reason enough for me and anyone else who knows you to be proud of you. You've got this, okay? I know things are hard sometimes. Even just making it through the day is very difficult a lot of the time. But you've got this. And it's going to be okay. and good night.